Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where I would like to do a little bit of work on our economy real quick here. We've got this industrial world that needs a job. Okay, what do we want to actually put in here? There's not a lot, to be honest. I guess we can upgrade the food processing center? Sure. Let's go through and see what other jobs we have. There's this factory world. This requires an upgrade to the planetary capital. That's fine. Anything else? Mining world. This is definitely something we want to work on. So we'll spam out the mining districts. Fantastic. Anything else through here? Not thus far. This colony needs housing. And sure, we'll go ahead and put in a city district. That'll be fine. Anything else? Nothing really. Factory world requiring a planetary capital. That seems okay. Anything else? Mostly that's going to be it. This trade station needs housing. Can we expand it? We could, but that would cost influence, and we'll get to that. We don't want to spend influence right now. This agri world is going to be upgraded to a system capital complex. This generator station mostly needs housing, but it has devastation, so I'm not too concerned about that. For now, this will do. Now, last episode, we took out the Desanu consonants here, and we want to get all of this territory for ourselves. But they collapsed awkwardly, and I'm just thinking here, we probably want to grab Nendi first. So which one is moving to Nendi? That's this one. We're going to build the starbase there. That's going to cost a lot of our remaining influence, but temporarily, while we're grabbing this, we absolutely want to do will to power. We're going to run this temporarily. That will bump up our influence gain by 5 per month. So that'll be good. We'll bump it up to fastest speed, and hopefully we'll be able to get our hands on all of this. Let's see. These are nanite worlds? They are nanite worlds. So we would have to terraform those. Yes. That's the way that'll work. Okay, that's fine. We can definitely do that. So we're going to move out here, and once we have Nendi, that means that we're going to want to actually go to... Instead of going into Erdaska, we're going to want to go to Taramba. So we'll do that, and hopefully we don't see any AI construction ships coming through here during this time. We're running quite a deficit of unity, but that is deliberate and temporary. So I'm okay with that. We're seeing science ships from the Kingdom of Yonderim start to come through here. So that means that that terminal egress is not currently closed to the Kingdom of Yonderim. Okay. Can we do anything with these guys to force them to close their borders? I don't know that we can. Okay. Well, for now, it's okay. Hopefully, there won't be too much going on here. All of these are explored for us, and if they're sending science ships through, then maybe they have to survey them, which we didn't have to do. So once we have this starbase completed, things will get much easier for us. Our top priority then is Umik and Taramba, and we want those to go very quickly indeed. And then Erdaska after Taramba, because that will cheapen it. Once we have all of those, then in theory, the L cluster becomes ours. In theory. Because we can close borders to whomever at that point. So that should be okay. We're definitely bringing up our influence count here. So we're at 80 right now. And we may want to keep this on for the time being, because we know that we need like 100 to get that one location. Yeah, they're definitely sending science chips out. That's interesting. Why are they sending science chips? Did we get them surveyed because we were the ones that destroyed the Desanu and the ones that freed the Desanu? Maybe. Let's check in here. Yeah, there's nothing for us to survey. Okay, I just wanted to double check that. So we're at 75% on our construction here. Beautiful. 80%. And yeah, we're getting all of these repairs done. Were there any ships that we needed to reinforce? Actually, there were a few. We'll go ahead and do that. No problem whatsoever there. 98 and 100. Beautiful. Okay, so we're done in Nendi for the time being. We're going to build mining stations here. And we're going to immediately begin working on a starbase here. Unfortunately, we don't quite have enough. Let's grab Taramba first. We're going to need more influence. Definitely. So let's see how this goes. How much total influence do we need here? 42? That's quite a bit. Well, we'll be able to get it eventually. At the very least, we have Nendi. So we can start terraforming over to a continental world, both of these nanite worlds. There we go. Those are underway. Beautiful. This is going to be a lot of worlds up here that we can get. So this is very, very valuable. Terminal Egress, of course, has several worlds that are being terraformed to an alpine world. Okay, have fun with that, Uvzant. They're going to be finishing that soon enough. I'm still salty at them for taking Terminal Egress, to be completely frank. But that's fine. It appears to be reasonably under control. So Taramba is now 66% done. And once we are done here, I think... Honestly, I think I'm just going to disband this fleet. Well, we'll wait until this mining station is done. Yeah, we'll just let it build here. That's fine. And then we'll disband it. We don't have the influence income to continue to run 3 ships here. That's for sure. We probably don't have to run 2 ships. But we can have one building starbases and one building constructions, perhaps.
Construction complete.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and build our mining stations up in Taramba. We'll also get that terraforming over to a continental world. Beautiful. And next up, of course, is going to be Umik. That requires an additional 5 month ticks before we can grab that. Erdaska is going to be the furthest out in terms of how long it's going to take us to grab it. But we're hopeful. We're seeing no AI construction ships coming through yet. We are fully focused on this. We are eventually going to need some minerals, no doubt about that, but there's a lot of survey ships going out here. We're not shocked about this, for the record. Survey ships are exceedingly likely to be doing this. Yeah, we're discovering cloaked fleets. No shockers there. So at 52 now, if we had particular setup, a particular expansion setup, we'd be able to grab it now. But we don't, and so we require an additional 9. We need 65 in total, I think. So like 2 more month ticks here. So Umik will be ours shortly. We can go ahead and activate the Surveyor, which we will definitely do. Beautiful. We're at 57, and we're about to get, yeah, definitely 2 more month ticks. Noted. So eventually we're going to want to grab this starbase, but that's going to cost literally 1,000 influence. So that's going to be a lot, no doubt about that. They're surveying out over here now, and we're at 63. This next month tick, we can grab Umik. Yeah, 67. Okay. So it's going to be a lot before we can grab Erdaska. But once we have that, that will put a lock onto the L cluster as long as we're paying attention and make sure to have borders closed. In theory. Unless it's one of our vassals, I suppose. Which is theoretically possible, but not that big of a deal because we're going to annex them eventually anyway. So that is fine. Our Admiral of the 5th Fleet died. We should probably get a new one here. Apparently Roxanne Shields is available, so you'll do. Cool. So, the L cluster is proceeding. Our gateway in Jumla is now finished. That's good. How are we doing in Umik?
Construction complete.
We can go ahead and put this guy onto automatic construction. There we go. And then as soon as we're done here, Actually, let's go ahead and disband this
Construction
fleet.
complete.
No, never mind. They're heading to do a research station. So that's okay. We're heading to Erdoska here. Yeah, this seems reasonably fine. So we're at 82% on this starbase. We're at 12 influence right now. We definitely need more influence. That's for sure. 95% on the starbase. 99 and 100.
Complete.
Okay. So we're just going to grab our mining stations here. Apparently we can't. I'm confused. Oh, we're lacking minerals. No kidding. Okay, I was very, very confused for a moment there. We were lacking minerals, and that was the problem. Also known as I'm dumb. But we knew that. That's all completely fine. 43 influence to grab Erdoska at this point. And that's the only remaining system that the AI can claim at this point. Kerbal 5 has been terraformed, and we should definitely colonize that world. We'll go ahead and do so. Beautiful. Okay, so that's looking good. We're currently gaining 5.5 influence per month. Oh, wow. These are already done terraforming? That was very fast. Okay, I definitely didn't expect them to be terraformed quite that quickly. Okay, well, let's go colonize them then. Yeah, this only takes a year to colonize to terraform a nanite world. I like it. That's great. So as soon as we're done with this mining station, I'm probably going to disband this construction ship. Yeah, that's going to be the plan here. We're going to disband this one. And then this construction ship is going to be primarily just building stations. Star bases, I should say. You're not doing anything in Trappist? I feel like you should be... Let's see here. Generator world, mining world. I feel like you should, at this point, be coming down over this way and going to, like... Isn't there one in Ukalan? No, that's an industrial world. Okay, we should be heading over to, like, Europe, then. There's a science world here. So we'll go ahead and assist research there. Cool. The Tigress is just chilling there. And that's fine for the moment.
Construction complete.
And at this point, we're going to disband this ship. There is still 3 energy credits available here. We'll get those eventually. So that'll be fine. No construction ships coming up here just yet. And at this point, we need...
The conquest of a new world
like
has begun.
7 more months, I think. We'll go ahead and colonize this world as well, of course. Beautiful. But yeah, we definitely need more influence. Overall, we're not going to need huge amounts of influence to get this done. Yes, we definitely continue our service here. Goodbye. Cool. So we're beginning to colonize in Nendi. This is a lot more worlds than is usually in the L cluster, so this ends up being quite good. I like it. Oh, that's a laggy month tick. That's usually not the case while at war. Or unless at war, I should say.
The conquest
We do
of
have a
new
good
world
amount
has
of
begun.
alloys banking up at this point. So we could think about making non-Titan fleets. Definitely. I want to make sure that we get this L cluster here. That is a top priority at this moment. Did we colonize this world? Yes, we did. Okay. Just wanted to double check that one. We're still negative on exotic gases. We can definitely deal with that. It's not the end of the world. And our minerals are getting better. Those are improving. So that's looking good. Excellent. We are currently 2 months away from grabbing Erdoska. So that looks like the whole L cluster will be ours. I love it. 1 month tick away. The 13th fleet is currently missing, with 6 corvettes. Okay. Where are they intended to go? I feel like they're not. We could start a new fleet with them. A non-Titan fleet. Yeah, no fleets are in need of reinforcements. So we could definitely do that. We could add some ship designs. We would not add a Titan. And because of that, we would, of course, need to change our numbers here. So the battleships would probably go up to 7 to compensate. And then everything else would remain the same. Okay, we've got the autosave going on here. There we go. So then we would have 11 cruisers. We would have 25 destroyers.
The conquest of a new world.
We would have somewhere around... It would be 50 frigates and 60 corvettes. Like that. So this would be what that would end up looking like. Now, this fleet is still missing, so we're not going to reinforce to it yet. And we can definitely get Erdoska building. We'll do so. And then as soon as we're done with that, I want to head over to Turbik, I think. It doesn't really matter from there what order we do these in. So that'll be fine. We'll bank up our influence, and hopefully we'll be able to build roughly constantly here. We should also probably... I mean, we do have... There was that tooltip that I saw that was saying that due to royaling subspace, we can only enter this system normally. Out of curiosity. Yeah. Okay. Is that what was going on with this system down here? With Joomla? Maybe it has to do with, like, this mysterious tanker. I don't know. Regardless, what's done is done. If that wasn't a bug, then...
Scientific breakthrough
that's sad,
achieved.
but... I think that it was. I still think that that was a bug. And this up here not being accessible via, like, jump drive, that makes sense to me. It may or may not be out of range. I don't know. But that does make sense. So, yeah, this is all completely okay. Wonderful. And how are we doing on this construction? 86%. And we're at 28 influence right now. Yeah, that's making progress. We'll have the L cluster filled out pretty soon. This world has been terraformed. We will go ahead and colonize it, of course. Umik Prime. And let's go ahead and terraform this world as well. Beautiful. So now that's everything that the AI can get to without going through our territory. So I'm very, very pleased about that. We're at 33 influence right now, so we have basically half the influence that we need to grab Turbik. Which is potentially awkward. When are these guys going to be back? That feels like that's been a very long time. 825, so like next month. Okay, that's fine. We should have plenty of alloys. So yeah, I feel like that's okay. We're going to continue to bump up our naval cap until we hit that 9999 number once again. That'll be great. And we're going to grab Turbik just as soon as we can. That is about 4 months away. In fact, it's exactly 4 months away since we're at 5.5. So that's just fine. 4 months on that is not that long of a wait, especially now that we have all of this under control. So I'm very pleased that no AI even attempted to deal with this. Nobody even tried to steal the L cluster from us, and honestly, I can't blame them. There's a lot here. We're rather powerful. How are we doing on our annexation? I don't think we've checked in on that in a while. Where does that even show up in the outliner? Here it is. Okay, that's a very long ways away. I'm not shocked about that. For the record, we're not going to be going until we've annexed all of our vassals. We're going to be going, like, the end of this series is going to be when we control, in some manner, every star system. Which is not that far away, to be honest. It really isn't. Step 1 is the L cluster. Step 2, we're probably going to go after these guys, but I believe we'll need claims for them. Yeah, we can't vassalize them. We can't use this workload when we have claims on all of their inhabited systems, but we don't. We don't have claims on their systems. So I think that's a small bug, but that's fine. The Kingdom of Yonderim, like everyone else beyond these guys and like the Azantian Assembly, well, even the Azantian Assembly is aligned with the Karelian Foundation. So basically everybody, right? Basically everybody else is going to be fighting with the Karelian Foundation. Now, we can't vassalize the oh, wait, maybe we can. They're considered inferior to us now. They wouldn't accept this, obviously. That's not shocking. This system here definitely needs some work. Let's think about running a martial law decision. That should help. Cool. And of course we can grab Turbik, which we'll definitely do. As soon as we're done with that, we're going to head to Edor Vong. Sethelbach is connected to Edor Vong, so that will need to be grabbed first if we want this to be most efficient. But then beyond that, we're only going to need a couple more in the L cluster. So that's really good. So that's looking great. We'll have all of this taken over quite soon. They're not even trying to grab that territory, but I believe that literally everyone else is aligned either with us or with the Karelian Foundation. So, if we were to do a vassalized CB on the Karelian Foundation, that means that we would also end up getting the Tharbaretan Commonwealth, the Kingdom of Yonderim, and the Great Zadran Mandate. What we would not end up getting is the Azantian Assembly. However, if we have claims on them, they have a defensive pact, we might be able to annex them in that war as well. There's not that much there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 systems, I think, in total for the Azantian Assembly. So in theory, that's pretty doable. And that would basically eliminate all competitors. Assuming that we can actually declare this. We're not going to right now. But, yeah, vassalized subjugation. Cool. So that would be the idea. That would mean virtually one final war, with the exception of the Hadeshian Guardians. And we're going to need claims on them and the Azantians to make this work.
Construction
And then there's a Caravansary Caravan Coalition, I suppose. We can't really do anything about them, so we're probably just going to ignore them. There are these random systems that never got settled for some reason. I don't know why they didn't. The AI just chose not to settle them. But okay. Turbik is now done. We're going to terraform this over to a continental world, and this one to a continental world as well. Beautiful. And, of course, we're heading up to Edor Vong. We're going to need to wait on some influence, but we can go ahead and colonize over here. Beautiful. And I did want to check in on that fleet. It should be back by now. Oh, absolutely. We'll go ahead and get that rebuilt. Fleet is at full strength, just like that. Beautiful. So the Bengal is going to construct here as soon as it can, but it can't for a while. I'm assuming we already colonized here, correct? Yeah, I feel like we just did that. That's likely the case. For now, we can probably continue to expand our fleets. I mean, we know it's going to be one big war, but we also know we're going to need a fair amount of influence to pull this off. We're going to need to claim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 systems. So 16 total systems between the Azantian Assembly and the Guardians here. And then we declare on the Karelian Foundation. Or actually, what we probably do is we declare on the Guardians. We fabricate these claims first. And then while that's happening, we bank up the influence to go after the Azantian Assembly, make claims on all of their territory, and then we declare on the Karelian Foundation with a vassalized CB. That will end up vassalizing them and everyone under them, including the Kingdom of Yonderim, the Great Zadran Mandate, and there was another one too. I'm not sure who it was. But their vassals would become our vassals, and so would they. And in theory, I think we would take the Azantian assembly systems, since we have claims on them, I think. I'm not 100% on that one. But I'm pretty sure that's the way that would end up working. So that would be the plan. A 2-war system to finalize this game. That's the overall concept, anyway. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Next episode, we're going to finish off the L cluster and start putting that plan into effect. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Rogue Corvid, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.